स्थापना की है। मैंने कोशिश प्रारंभ की है उन दीवारों को गिराने की।
न्यू इंडिया के सपने को लेकर के
आइए हिंदुस्तान में निर्माण। गलत रास्ते पर देश को नहीं जाने दूंगा। एक नया संकल्प, नया इंडिया, नई ऊर्जा, नया पुरुषार्थ। एक लक्ष्य, एक मन, एक दिशा, एक गति, एक मति। राष्ट्र कल्याण की गति को तेज करना चाहता हूं और मैं करते रहूंगा।
A product of the mass exasperation against the previous government, Narendra Damodar Das Modi tapped into the aspirations of a restive nation. But first, Modi created space for himself in a party that was largely believed to be dominated by the upper castes and the privileged. And in this space that he created, he positioned himself as the poor.
ये भारत के संविधान की शोभा है, भारत के संविधान का सामर्थ्य है। एक छोटे से नगर का, गरीब परिवार का एक बालक आज लाल किले की प्राचीर से भारत के तिरंगे झंडे पर उसके सामने सर झुकाने के लिए उसने सौभाग्य प्राप्त किया।
The new Prime Minister created hope that things will change and change for the better.
ये संभव है, ये होके रहेगा।
Once entrenched in the saddle in 2014, Prime Minister Modi went about creating goodwill for India.
आपका स्वागत है मेरे दोस्त।
Event after televised and heavily promoted event across the world saw Modi and India creating a new wave internationally. This led many to believe that goodwill for the nation was for the first time being created abroad.
मोदी है तो मुमकिन है।
Others, both abroad and in-house, credit him for being the creator of a dream called New India. A confident India, clean India, strong India.
मेक इन इंडिया, मिशन शक्ति, डिजिटल इंडिया, चंद्रयान और मंगलयान अंतरिक्ष में भेजा, ई गवर्नेंस, गगनयान भेजने की तैयारी में जुटा हुआ। स्वच्छ भारत का एक अभियान, मानव सहित गगनयान लेकर के चलेंगे। एक साथ 100 से अधिक सैटेलाइट आसमान में छोड़ करके दुनिया को चकित कर दिया था।
And so chugged the wheels of transformation as India was reinvented to become New India. An aura grew around the leader as one who made this impossible possible. Many a slogan were created, many a campaign launched, and at the core of these acts of creation was the will and force of one single personality. At the end of 5 years, this is what happened.
The biggest wave we've seen since 1971.
Narendra Modi in 2019 did something that has not happened in decades upon decades. He led an incumbent government back to power with a bigger majority. The creator of hope in 2014 created history in 2019.
अब की बार 300 पार। भाइयों बहनों, आप मुझे प्रधानमंत्री मत बनाइए, आप मुझे चौकीदार बनाइए, चौकीदार।
It was with this rallying cry that Narendra Modi, son of tea seller Damodar Modi of Vadnagar, entered the national consciousness in 2013. Multiple political theories and beliefs, Narendra Bhai entered Parliament as the Prime Minister of India. He came in as the purger of incompetence, the annihilator of dynastic politics, as the destroyer of corruption. Narendra Modi broke the mold of Indian politics in 2014. But the destroyer did not rest easy on his laurels. There were other myths to bust, more corruption to root out across the country. So on 8th of November 2016, the Prime Minister chose to disrupt the economy, to destroy the black money hoarders.
देश में भ्रष्टाचार और काला धन, इन बीमारियों ने अपनी जड़ें जमा ली है और देश से गरीबी हटाने में ये भ्रष्टाचार, ये काला धन, ये गोरख धंधे सबसे बड़ी बाधा है.
In his 5-year term in office, Narendra Modi, in his destroyer avatar, took the fight beyond politics. He set about destroying the belief that India cannot be clean.
हमने सबने मिलकर के इस काम को करना है. हम जहां हो, जैसे हो, इस काम को करेंगे. मुझे विश्वास है मैं अपनी भारत माता को गंदगी से हम मुक्त करा पाएंगे.
As Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi destroyed the image that the world had of India. Modi's India was dynamic, Modi's India was fast, and Modi's India was young. 5 years on, the magic Teflon coating woven into Modi's public image and that of his government hardly waned. Not only did brand Modi destroy the perception that every government in power is corrupt, his rise in national politics meant the steady destruction of a viable opposition. The grand old party which claimed to have built India was virtually decimated. Its leaders' credibility destroyed even before he had a chance to build it.
एक परिवार का इतिहास इस देश में अनजान नहीं है और हम तो कामदार हैं. भला हम नामदार से आंख में आंख कैसे डाल सकते हैं?
Opponents of Narendra Modi have accused him of having destroyed each and every institution that India ever held dear. And the only reply that he has ever given is to point at the people of India. To point at the will of the people of India. Because in a democracy, what matters is what the people decide. It is the people who have the final say. It is the people who decide who is the destroyer and who has to be destroyed.
130 करोड़ नागरिकों का सर झुका करके नमन करता हूं.
एकजुट कर होकर के हम आतंक को खत्म करें.
And in time, he had the opportunity to act on the words that he had so often thundered.
हिंदुस्तानी ऐसी हर साजिश, ऐसे हर हमले का मुंह तोड़ जवाब देगा.
It was this promise that perhaps became the biggest contributor to Prime Minister Modi's second term in office.
Were basically focused to ensure that these terrorists do not succeed in their design of infiltration and carrying out destruction and endangering the lives of citizens of our country.
The surgical strikes across the border proved that Modi was true to his words and that he was willing to take the battle across into the enemy's lair itself.
Indian Air Forces strike inside Pakistan.
The air strike on Pakistan sealed Prime Minister Modi's image as the ultimate protector. National security and nationalism quickly overtook development as the core issues this Lok Sabha elections, as the people of India showed that it was security more than anything else that mattered. People living thousands of kilometers removed from the border felt proud that India under Modi could strike Pakistan at will and that their homes were safe, their lives protected, with Modi guarding the nation. Elections 2019 has proved beyond doubt that Narendra Modi, the protector, is what India had been waiting for. the only politician, the only leader that the people of India feel they can trust with their lives and country. Modi, the yoga guru. After a hectic election campaign schedule, it was time for meditation in a Kedarnath rock cave. A picture that went viral and added to his avatar of an ascetic who practices yoga. Etched in the collective conscience of India were the visuals of the Prime Minister and his rock-solid yoga postures. A mesmerized audience saw the yoga schedule that the Prime Minister followed to keep trim and fighting fit.
Yoga is a state of equilibrium and equanimity. Yoga is not just a set of exercises that keeps the body fit. It is a passport to health assurance.
Place the hands behind the vest.
No one can doubt the Prime Minister's contribution to popularizing yoga.
Bend the head back. यह आसन हृदय व मस्तिष्क की ओर होने वाले
not just amongst his fan base in India, but also internationally. That the newly minted Prime Minister Modi in 2014 set his energy to was to popularize yoga across the world.
आइए हम एक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस को आरंभ करने की दिशा में कार्य करें.
And this Narendra Modi gave out challenges that caught on social media. He had people competing with one another. He has proved himself to be a style icon. Narendra Bhai from Gujarat is today truly India's style bhai. Much has been debated and discussed about Prime Minister Modi's governance, but seldom have past Indian Prime Ministers made headlines just because of their headgear. Or jackets, or scarves, or any of his accessories for that matter. For a man whose mass appeal predominantly lies in the flamboyance of his actions, Prime Minister Modi is equally flamboyant about his get-up.
मैंने फिर से सोचा कि लंबी बाहें रखता हूँ तो मुझे इतना ज़्यादा धोना पड़ता है. दूसरा मेरे बैग में वो जगह ज़्यादा लेता है, तो मैंने खुद ही काट दिया था.
अच्छा, वो जगह ज्यादा लेता है इसलिए आपने
इसको मैंने काट दिया था.
ओके.
हाँ, वो बात वो फैशन पर गया थी.
His iconic sleeveless kurtas have many takers and even has its own social media hashtag. Hashtag Modi Kurta. Not one to shy away from bright tones, Prime Minister Modi has sported every shade in the colour wheel. Ditching the plaid monotones of his peers, making sure to craft a customized image for each occasion. Traditional for the rallies, casual for the beach, powerful for the international forums, and avant-garde couture for the camera. Making sure that style bhai, Narendra Bhai's fashion, like his brand of politics, never fails to stand out.